What's going on, Internet? Lambo here, coming to you again from the Nerdery, and I've got another 3D scenario build from Gloomhaven that I built for my gaming group's personal campaign that we run, and I'm going to be showing off the terrain and the minis I use to recreate that scenario in full 3D. Also, I've got to do the giveaway, so if you were one of those lucky commenters on my previous video for my 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away these 6 Inox right here, and if that's what you're interested in, we'll be doing the drawing at the end of this video, so stick around for that. So without further ado, let's make it happen. Alright, we're going over scenario 34, Scorched Summit from the Gloomhaven main campaign. So, spoiler alert, if you see my videos, you know. If you don't want to know what's in this level, don't watch the video, but I'm going to give you everything that's in Scorched Summit. Minis, placement, and a boss, because this level's got a boss. So here we go. This is the overhead. It's a really small level. It's supposed to represent the top of the Ice Crag ascent, I guess. You climb this icy mountain, and you get to the top to find this giant dragon, and that's what we got going on right here in full 3D. And one of my favorite things is that I go using elevation, so I've stepped up. We'll get down lower level. You can see I've stepped up the terrain, and you have that dragon prominently placed right there on top. And I've even elevated the dragon's hexes. There, he's in the scenario map. He's on these 3 hex rocks that you can't get rid of. And for my campaign, I actually took some of those scenic risers that I have done up. They're kind of my test versions right there and there. And sorry, I bumped the table. And I stuck the rocks on those 3 to give him give him a bigger platform to stand on. I also didn't want his wings to kind of get in the way of the other models running around him. So it was kind of an added bonus that since I can elevate my terrain, putting the dragon up on the rocks above everything else, his wingspan wasn't going to get in the way. And that's with dragon models in general. Oh man, trying to get a dragon model that fits a board game like Gloomhaven where each hex kind of matters and you could have people moving around those hexes, those wings always seem to get in the way. And that's why I've always struggled with finding good dragon models that fit at the scale of game I'm playing. And I know it's all pretend, whatever, but you know, trying to find a cool model that doesn't interfere with the other models can be a challenge at times, but I think I found a pretty good one. All right, so let's get into this. What do we got going on? First of all, terrain. If you've seen any of my videos recently, you'll know that I'm pretty much only using Talisman Saber terrain. And yeah, you know, bias alert, I make this stuff, so of course I'm going to use it. I have nothing against a lot of other terrain out there, and I have a lot of other terrain up there. Still, I got some good pieces. I've got a whole set of storage bins full of terrain that I still have and will use. Hearst Arts, High Ground printable tiles, Rocket Pig games, all sorts of terrain stuff that I've got going on. But I make this terrain, Talisman Saber terrain, designed it, and I was selling it to people who wanted to buy physical product, and I painted up this ice cavern set, and it worked perfectly for the Scorched Summit because it's the top of an icy mountain. And if you're interested in getting your own set of Talisman Saber terrain, check us out on the website, but we're also launching a digital terrain file Kickstarter the end of this week, April 1st. And it's not an April Fool's joke. It'll run for the month of April. And you can get the digital files if you're a 3D printer, and you can print them for yourself and create your own cool stuff. Anyway, Talisman Saber terrain. Minis. What do we got going on? So, I guess to talk a little bit what goes. So in the terrain pieces, in addition to the the hexes, we've also got the 3 hex rocks here, which are things I made. These nests, which I particularly like, and I designed those as well. So that's probably blurry, but you got 3 hex variants. 3 egg, 2 eggs. You got 1 egg guy back here, and you got an egg and a broken egg and a skull there. And that's all actually going to be available in this Kickstarter. All right. Okay, let's get into the other things, the minis, which is the other cool part of this stuff. And no, I didn't make any of these minis because I would be a terrible mini designer. All right, so these Rending Drakes, if you've seen my other videos, I've used these a lot. I love this model. It's a Delani Depth Dragon. That is by Artisan Guild, and I picked it up on My Mini Factory. I love the model. I just shrunk him down to fit on a hex. And yeah, there you go. The spitting drakes, these winged ones, that's a dragon. Very, original name. But it's by a modeler or a group of modelers called Crosslances. You can also get it on My Mini Factory. I really like it because it's a good-looking model, and it fits on a hex. Like I was talking about earlier, finding dragons that fit on one hex, or drakes, is challenging. So that's a good model to use. And I think he designed it, or they specifically designed it with Gloomhaven in mind, because they have a lot of Gloomhaven-themed models on his or her or their page. And the big guy, the giant dragon. I love this dragon. Let's see if we can stay in focus here. Come on. There we go. That monstrosity, printed just like this, just base came separate, I think. Supports pre-generated. Loved it. Super easy. I was so impressed by how easy this one was. And it looks really good. Oh, stay in focus. I'm sorry. And, even painted by me. And I'm okay painter, but I'm not a professional mini painter by any means. Oh, man. That is by Loot Studios, and it's Ogruss, I believe. Is that the name of it? Yeah. Ogruss the Tall. It's a green dragon, according to them, but mine's red. And really good-looking model, printed super easy on a resin printer, at the perfect size for a 3-hex boss. And so yeah, Loot Studios, if you're not aware, it's almost like Patreon, where you go pay month to month, but it's not Patreon, it's just a subscription. You pay $15 and you get a ton of really good looking minis for that month. And so I've had a subscription to them for a while, and because I keep seeing models I want to use in my Gloomhaven campaign, but this is the first one I've actually gotten around to printing and painting, and it's a great model. Super awesome. All right, then in the background I also got coins, which are, that might be Robogon, I can't remember. I always forget who does my coins. But those are Thingiverse files, and I'll link down the description below. But the chest is something that is done by a guy called 3D Fantasy Props, but we have the vendor rights to these, so you could actually buy these from us if you wanted, or just go buy them your own, because you can buy the digital files, not from us though. Okay, so that is the terrain and the minis that I've used, but a little bit more coming. So if you play this level, or if you're going to play this level, some spoilers additionally. First, that dragon hits like a truck, and you don't want to mess with him. But he also creates summons, and the summons that he creates are called Zephyrs. And for the life of me, I didn't know what a Zephyr really was. I tried to look it up, and I found a couple different options of what it could be. So technically, Zephyr means, I think it's like the western wind or something along that lines. But I also know there was like a Zephyr Falcon in the old Magic, the card game, I think, because I remember having that card as a teenager. So I went and found, to represent his summons at first, these these like ice falcons they're actually Cursed Rocks, ROC, rock, by Mini Monster Mayhem. A very, very scaled down version. This file is a lot bigger, and I scaled them down super tiny to print. And I threw them on an X-Wing, the Star Wars game, flight stand, and then there's the base that I printed. But, so those became his first summons. Because he starts summoning, and I read it, and I said, oh, he summons 2 things, so I printed up 2 of those rocks, and those were his summons. We started playing, and then I quickly realized he can do that multiple times, and then it dawned on us that he could summon up to, I think, 4. If we played it right, he could summon up to 4 of these things, and I only had 2. So I had to go find another model, and then I went and found these guys, which I use as my night demons, if it'll focus. And it dawned on me as I went to grab them that they're actually called Zephyrs. That's the name of this model. So here I was trying to spend a lot of time trying to figure out what a Zephyr was, and I had Zephyr models already. They're Dragyri Zephyrs, by Cool Mini or not, for a game called Dark Age. I have no idea if the game's still going. They're cool looking models, and I use them for night demons. But there you go. They are very wind-like. So I got, there's another one. There's 3. If you've seen my video on how I substitute minis for standees in Gloomhaven, you can see all 3 of the ones that I use. But yeah, Dragyri Zephyrs, ironically, I probably should have went to them first, but I didn't. And I got some cool flying bird things out of it too. Okay, so that is the overview of the level. I'll do a quick musically themed flyby, and then we'll go into the drawing. All right, let's do this. I've got the commenters here in this bucket. We're doing this old school. I know I said it was gonna be like a number generator. Nah, names out of a bucket here. There's several. All right, so here we go. One of you lucky winners. I removed duplicates and just got one person per entry of the people that wanted to. Man, not looking. The winner is this lucky person right here, Cedric Bureau. Did I say that right? Cedric? This was an accent in the first one. I don't know. All right, congratulations, Cedric. You have won the 6 Inox models that I designed on Hero Forge and printed on my first Creality Ender 3 printer. It's FDM prints painted by me. So, you know what you're getting. But I'll link up with you. I'll shoot you a message, and we can figure out how to get shipping out to wherever you are. Congratulations. For the rest of you who aren't Cedric or interested in winning minis, stay tuned. I'll be dropping more giveaways in the near future. I've got some Inox Archers, Shaman, Vermlings, and who knows what else back there that I don't even use that I would love for you in the community to have. Also, if you want to support me, I do have the Digital Terrain Kickstarter launching at the end of the week. Talisman Saber Terrain going through the month of April. You can get all my digital files and then some for less than $1 a file. There's over 100 files that we're compiling for the first all-in package, and that's only poised to grow as more and more people support us. Got a lot of stretch goals planned, got some big ideas for what I want to do. So yeah, if you like 3D printing and want to support, that's the way to do it. Anyways, even if you don't, thanks for watching. Stay safe. Happy gaming.